This is why I've had a quest against ballpark eaters for the last 8 to 10 years. My quest against ballpark eaters for the last 8 to 10 years, because when people say true statements like what Anthony Edwards said, ball Parkinson's disease kicks in. Eat my pizza real quick. Smash the like and stop eating ball pops. Smash the like. Stop eating ball pop. Smash the like. Stop eating ball pops. Got 3 ballpark eaters in here. What's up, Keon? That's that's real spill, Miss D. Ain't just got enough balls. Ant just got enough balls to say, yeah, recipes, big Sid. Anyway, nah, we gonna talk about this because this foolishness that you niggas is doing has to stop, man. Anthony Edwards told the truth. And Gilbert Arenas told the truth. The '90s is the weakest era of basketball when you factor in that they literally added fucking 4 teams. Miss D, I don't think you paying attention. Ted, if it's cap, how come only 2 teams actually won a title? Nigga, the '90s was the weakest era of basketball. They added first of all, when you bum ass niggas be saying cap, you get timed out. Cause you niggas don't be having no motherfucker. Go on, sit down for a minute. You'll talk to me later in a minute. I told y'all do that Bama shit. I'm like, who the fuck is you talking to? Nigga, ain't no cap. Nigga, you don't have no facts to back you up. Now, nigga, ain't no lies coming out my mouth. The hell wrong with you? Now, like I was saying, first of all, Miss D, what do he have to back up? That the '90s are not as skilled as right now. Would you say that Bob Cousy and them was more skilled than and shit like that? Would you say they had expansion teams? They moved in the 3-point line. They started with expansion teams. They gave them expansion teams where it was bums who couldn't make the league and bums who was on the bench was literally becoming stars. Why do you think that the Miami Heat barely ever won games against the Chicago Bulls? They were a fucking expansion team. You niggas is living in a fantasy world, and I don't live in that. You mean to tell me where is the equivalent to Damian Lillard and Steph Curry from the '90s? A minute is over. Go, since I'm capping. Championship don't matter because that's not what he was talking about. What he said was the skill level. Thank you. The 90s was the worst era of basketball. It was the worst era of basketball. It was the weakest the NBA had ever been. You lost Reggie Lewis, who died. Len Byers, who died. You took people out. It didn't have a chance. It never had a chance. That's why they put all their eggs in Michael Jordan's basket. You tell me who was good in the 90s. Right. You had Reggie Miller and Glenn Rice, two spot up shooters. They are not Dame Lillard and Steph Curry. Them niggas are literally Klay Thompson. Look at that. Drazen Petrovic is a 90s great, and that nigga died halfway through the 90s. I wouldn't. You niggas is Penny fans. I'm not a Penny fan. Y'all niggas act like Penny was better than what he was. Penny ain't do shit without Shaq. Right. Steve Smith. Right. Steve Smith is literally a role player right now. He would be a role player. Nigga, Gary Payton was one of the best point guards in the 90s. Felix, name the most legends known today. Name them. Name them. Name them. Since you said that stupid shit, back it up. I got 22 dick riders. I don't care if you niggas mad. J.R. Ryder. Nigga might as well say J.R. Smith. See, you niggas just like oozing out J.R. Ryder. You should have said J.R. Smith. Name all of these greats from the 90s. Other than Shaq. Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin. Nigga, did you say Chris Mullin? I should time your dumb ass out again. David Robinson literally could barely play in this league. Yeah, Mitch Richmond was good. He was very good. But I could easily say Drexler, Hakeem, MJ, Chuck, and Ewing. Drexler. Chuck. Yeah, y'all say Patrick Ewing one of the better centers. Nigga, shut up. It's just Michael Jordan that you dick riders knew. Allen Houston and Clay. Nigga, hold on, who said that? I should take your wrench. Whoever said that stupid shit, Allen Houston ain't do half of what Klay Thompson did. Patrick Ewing was not trash. John Starks was trash. Manimal, don't name no players or I'm getting you the fuck out of here because you don't know nobody that's that good. Right, Kendall Gill was one of the athletes. Kendall Gill? Kendall Gill was mediocre at best. Listen, the top 20 players from the 90s, of course, just like anywhere. But after you get past 20, the rest of them niggas suspect. You literally had one-handed players running around making all-star teams. The Dream Team did not come from the 90s. Magic and Bird were not from the 90s. And the Dream Team is severely overrated. They played against bums around the world. Right, Curry Kittles, Grant Hill. See what you doing? You naming niggas who could barely make it out of the thing. But Danny Man. Oh God, bye. Time out. Okay, y'all niggas naming trash now. All right, if I keep saying bum ass names, you're getting timed out. Fuck that. You know damn well if you naming a nigga, Danny Manning was good in the 90s. You saying that if Danny Manning was an impact player in the 90s, that's proof the 90s was weak. Glenn Robinson was okay. Derek Coleman was trash. He had one good year. Blake Griffin is better than Derek Coleman. Easily. Anthony Davis is better than Derek Coleman. Easily. Bam Adebayo is better than Derek Coleman. Easily. What the fuck? Antoine Walker was better than Derek Coleman. Easily. People talk about the 90s because they dick riding Jordan and want to make Jordan better than what he was. When it comes to Big Dog Robinson, he was not a 90s player. He was a 2000s player. You can't come in the motherfucking half. You can't come in half the goddamn. You can't come in half the decade and say, oh, he was a 90. No, if that's the case, Jordan is an 80s player. See, that's another thing. You niggas want to mix eras. Fuck out of here. That's another thing, y'all dumbass. Y'all niggas don't even know eras. The 90s, Jordan, Ewing, Olajuwon, Stockton and Malone, Gary Payton, who would be fucking Marcus Smart right now, Jason Kidd, who would be fucking Lonzo Ball right now. These niggas was so skilled. Kobe is not a 90s player. You can go a timeout for 10 minutes. Anytime somebody say that dumb shit, this basketball is better than any basketball we've ever seen. We literally have players who are not from America who are some of the best players in the league. We literally have a competitive Olympic game because we're actually playing against better players. Nigga, Jason Kidd couldn't shoot. All he could do was handle. He got a shot later on in his career, all the way damn near until he got to the 2000s. The fuck you mean? That shit. Name me a pass first point guard that can't shoot that's playing in the league right now. Go. Go. That can play in the league right now. Go. You niggas don't know what skill means. Shooting, passing, dribbling. Yes, Jason Kidd could pass and dribble. He could not shoot. But he's a legend in the 90s because a lot of people in the 90s could not shoot. They literally had to move the fucking 3-point line in for these motherfuckers to have good 3-point percentages. When they moved it back out, all your favorite players shot under 30%. I don't even do that if he was really good with one, because Jason Kidd was really good. Up y'all, no he not. Russell Westbrook made more layups. C. Webb is a 2000s player, not a not Ted. Ted, one more time, you can take the day. This I literally just said. A nigga who comes in 95 is not a 90s player. I literally just said that. Just like I said, Jordan ain't an 80s player, and he came in 84. Right, that's what I'm about to say. Do you understand that Mahmoud is the closest thing to Steph in that generation? No, what more grimy and physical, nigga? If it was so physical, no, nigga, it wasn't. It just was slower with bigger players that would where focus more on the big man. No. Fouling niggas is not defense. Fouling niggas is not defense. And if anybody say the hand check shit, I'll block your stupid ass. Hand checking been illegal since 1978. Michael Jordan got more hand check calls than any NBA player ever. Right? Thank you, my heart. Nigga, Charles Oakley was on rosters. Anthony Mason was an all-star. The best shooters were literally spot-up shooters. I've shown this video 800 times. I've shown this video. Right, I was about to say, do y'all realize Mutombo in the 90s is a motherfucking legend? He couldn't score. You had guys who could not score. It was more specialists in the 90s than anything. That's why Michael Jordan could run through the league. If it was so many athletes, how come you can't name no? Somebody said Sprewell. He was not that great an athlete. And I liked Sprewell. But right now, do you really think Latrell would Latrell be an all-star in this league? No. Think about it. Zach LaVine ain't even a premier player, y'all. Zach LaVine, yeah, I'm not hearing dumbass basketball talk. Right, Big Country Reeves. Again, some of the better players, yes, they were great. But to a man, once you get past number 25, the 25th best player in the NBA right now to the 25th best player in the 90s, he looked like some shit. And then from 25 to 50, oh God. Where was the Jaden Daniels? Give me the equivalent of Jaden McDaniels. I'm gonna name not great players, good players. Yes, Felix. It was literal games you could not watch. Felix, you can't watch no game. Felix, nobody was watching the Bullets versus the Heat. Nobody was watching the Timberwolves versus the Magic. Nobody was watching the Raptors versus the Grizzlies. Nobody was watching the Pacers versus the 76ers. There was illegal defense, which meant you couldn't check a man you couldn't double team him without the ball. In other words, that's why Michael Jordan scored so many points. That's why Kobe is better. Two people could guard Kobe without the ball. You still got to figure a way to get open. Or you could zone up and make it where Jordan can't drive to the hole relentlessly or be checked by motherfucking, or be checked one-on-one by slow ass Dan Marley and Danny Ainge. You're not gonna have that in today's league. One, because a lot of them niggas wouldn't be on no roster. Niggas be trying to name Isaiah, who literally didn't play after 91. Niggas be trying to name Magic, who literally didn't play after 91. Those are 80s players. Yes, because everybody's saying that narrative to try to make Michael Jordan the GOAT. That's why they give you that narrative. But the 80s, but 90s basketball was the weakest. You had to move a 3-point line in because niggas couldn't shoot. When Michael Jordan couldn't beat the Pistons in 89, 90, he went to the league, and now we got flagrant foul rules. And then you get niggas like Brother Reality talk about this league is soft. Yeah, because Michael Jordan did it. We had players can't just back down for 20 seconds now playing big butt basketball. We literally had Mark Jackson and Barkley. What's up, bro? We had Mark Jackson and Barkley who would back you down all the way from half court for 25 seconds. That's not skill. Tim Hardaway, skillful. Jordan, skillful. They had to change all the rules from when them niggas played because, seriously, if you gave Kobe that shit, Kobe would have averaged 50. If you give LeBron them same rules, if I had LeBron James on a, what's that? Right, thank you. You had point guards who could not shoot. I love Gary Payton. The nigga could only shoot from the corner, and he wasn't that good from the corner. Gary Payton was a great post-up guard who would put his butt on you and back you down for 55 minutes. You niggas is full of shit. That ain't skill. They changed the rules because the stop Shaq as far as the zone. Yeah, because Shaq was overpowering people. Nobody was that big. Nobody was that athletic. Nobody was that strong. But that's not skill. That is brute strength. Felix. Yes, the glove. The guy who averaged 16 points, 6 assists through his career. He would be Marcus Smart right now. Gary Payton would be a better passing Marcus Smart. Niggas talked about Shawn Kemp. Shawn Kemp was uber athletic. He wasn't a shooting guard. He was not checking Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan had advantages. Oh, what's different from this game to now? I think the centers in the 90s were better, but they're not more skilled. Yes, Hakeem is better to me than the Joker. Yeah, David Robinson is better than Sabonis to me. None of them niggas can do what they do, though. Kemp was a power forward. Right, Hurst, thank you, Jermaine. See, Hawkins was a MJ matchup. 6'3" spot up shooter. What about Karl Malone? Karl Malone was good. Karl Malone was good. Now, I'm taking that away from Karl Malone. Karl Malone would have been good in any era. But again, you don't understand. Is Karl Malone more skilled than Anthony Davis? Wait. That would be a resounding fucking no. That would be a resounding fucking no. Karl Malone can handle the ball better than Anthony Davis. Karl Malone can shoot better than Anthony Davis. Shit, Karl Malone can play defense better than Anthony. Bye, Ted. Ted, get your goofy ass out of here. Ted, get your goofy ass out of here. Ted, I gotta get your goofy ass out of here. Bye, Ted. Did this nigga say Anthony Davis ain't more? So you saying that Karl Malone is a better ball handler, shooter, and passer than Anthony Davis? That's what you saying? No, up yo. I didn't say who was a better player. We're talking about skilled. There are players who are more skilled. Yeah, Derek Coleman ain't even Julius Randle. He wasn't a better shooter. He was about even a good rebounder. They about even on rebound. He did not run the floor better. So let me go and get Ted dumbass out here. Ted, you gonna take the day off. we gonna time Ted out for 24 hours. He's obviously not ready for this conversation. He can listen. We'll call Malone James. Yeah. So Karl Malone was bringing the ball up. Niggas just lying. Anthony Davis literally started as a point guard. You can't be more skilled than that. He ran down the middle of the floor. He ran the floor faster. He was the only nigga they was giving the ball to. Yeah, Ted can sit his ass. I don't want to hear that goofy shit. Ted off his meds. Kevin Garnett was skilled. He wasn't a 90s player. He was a 2000s player. Right, Al. He was. He was not a 90s player. He was a 2000s player. No one would ever say that Kevin Garnett was one of the greatest players in the 90s. No one. Literally no one. When did Vince Carter? Okay, I'm gonna say this for last time. Next niggas start typing in stupid ass names, I'm timing you out. I'm gonna say this for the last time. You are not a 90s player if you got drafted damn near in the mid to late 90s. You are not a 90s player if you're drafted in the mid to late 90s. Allen Iverson is not a 90s player. Kobe Bryant is not a 90s player. Paul Pierce is not a 90s player. These niggas is goofy. They off that stupid shit. The league is soft. No, it ain't. The league just like it always been. Michael Jordan bitched about calls. Magic bitched about calls. It's not Jokic bitch about calls. LeBron bitch about everybody bitches about calls. You know why? Cause getting fouled, you're gonna say something. Right. KG had no impact in the 90s. KG is a 2000s player. And he was more skillful than the guys who played in the 90s. He just got butt hurt with his big dope smoking ass. He got drafted in the 90s. All this is about is you niggas dick riding Michael Jordan. That's what all of this is about. But honestly, yeah, nigga, name me at what point in time. Name me a center that was good as that was handling it up like Jokic and Sabonis do right now. You got centers. Name me right now Kevin Durant. Name me the Kevin Durant from the 90s. Y'all naming goofy ass point guards. I could name Darren Williams and Chris Paul. Shut all that stupid shit up, y'all saying. Y'all named Jason Kidd, Darren Williams, and Chris Paul. Were more skilled than Jason Kidd. They could shoot, pass just as good as him, set the team up just as good as him. And shoot way better than him. Y'all niggas crazy. Niggas talk about Danny Manning. Danny Manning is more skilled than who in the league right now at power forward. Danny Manning, I argue Danny Manning ain't even better than Bam Adebayo. That's I will say that. I will say that full. Danny Manning wasn't better than Bam Adebayo. Tim Duncan, Rasheed Wallace. These are all 2000s players. Y'all niggas don't know what the 90s really was. Y'all just start naming players who came in 96, 95. If that's the case, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson, so you can name a bunch of niggas who didn't do shit. Larry Johnson was an impact player in the 90s. In the 90s, it was Michael Jordan, Mitch Richmond, Reggie Miller, Joe Dumars. That's basically it. Basically, that was it. That was basically it. This nigga said Steve Smith. Who is Steve Smith more skilled than right now? And I'm a Steve Smith fan. One-time All-Star that went to Miami. I am a Steve Smith fan. Nigga, no. Try again. Ricky Pierce. Yeah, he was a 90 shooting guard, but he don't count. Again, once you start, is he better than Devin Booker? Go. Ray Allen, go. Allen Iverson, go. Right. No. Y'all niggas is delusional. Once we look, if we go, let's go position for position. Some of the best point guards in the 90s. And I love them. Gary Payton, Tim Hardaway, Kevin Johnson. If y'all want to put Penny Hardaway, who didn't play that long, in there, fine. Nigga, do y'all know Mookie Blaylock made the motherfucking All-Star team? Kenny Anderson made the All-Star team in the 90s. Damon Stoudemire is not a 90s guard. He is a 2000s guard. Kid Gravity, don't come in here with your not knowing basketball ass. Listen and learn. Damon Stoudemire, and I'm going to say it again. For you niggas coming in late, naming dumbass names. If you are drafted in the 90s, you are not a 90s player. If that's the case, Michael Jordan is an 80s player. But he's not. Hakeem is an 80s player. He's not. Karl Malone would be an 80s player. He's not. Charles Barkley would be an 80s player. He's not. All you niggas got video games. Rodney Bivens, okay. And that meant what? You mean where they gave him the fake defensive player of the year where they was pencil whipping most of his steals? Okay, is Clyde Drexler more skilled than Zach LaVine right now? No, he's not an 80s and 90s player. He's a 90s player. Nigga, George Gervin was the two guard of the 80s. He's not. Hush. We're not letting it. Like, hey, man, I just don't know basketball. He's not an 80s player. He was not. You niggas have video games. He's never included on the 80s teams. George Gervin was more the two guard of the 80s. Sidney Moncrief was more of a two guard of the 80s. Jeff Malone was more of a two guard in the 80s. I'm just saying. In the 90s, yeah, he was the best. With the help from some rule changes and referees, but he's not the best ever. Who won? You got that kind of time? Kareem got 6. Havlicek has 8. Russell has 11. Horry has 7. Do I need to go on? Do I need to go on? Yeah, you can't use chips at all. Not here on me. Not here with me, Al. That's a quick way to time out, Ville. So you saying, look. Right, Kerr, right. Look. So look, this is what Al Red is saying. Rocky Marciano's better than Muhammad Ali. That's what he's saying. That's what he tried. That's what he basically saying. That's what he basically saying. Rocky Marciano better than Muhammad Ali. Floyd better than Sugar Ray. Who won more? We attribute every game they won to Michael Jordan? I knew I was going to get you, Al Red. I knew you were going to say that dumb shit. If you can't compare boxing to basketball, then why do y'all act like it's an individual thing when they win championships? Because that's the only sport where an individual wins championships. So if I can't compare the two, why did you just do that? You did it. Fuck out of here. Take 10 minutes off to think about that. So I can't compare. Look, you just one-on-one Michael Jordan with everybody else. So then when I compare them to a one-on-one sport, you can't compare them to. I know, dumbass, because one of them a team sport. But you did it, and I'm playing by your rule. I didn't do it. You did it. Championships is the last on the criteria when we're talking about skills. So, Tim Hardaway wasn't a skilled player because he didn't win a championship? You idiot, he's one of the most skilled players of the 90s. He one of the few that I know I could take from the 90s and play right now. His game, you can iron it in right now. He ain't win no championship. We talking about skills. That's what I'm saying. Tim Hardaway, that's skills. Tim Hardaway, you could iron his game into right now, and it wouldn't miss a beat. The zone wouldn't affect him because he could shoot. Pick and roll play that they do wouldn't affect him. He was one of the best ball handlers ever. Running the offense, making great. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Kid Gravity, Chris Mullin, and I love Mullo. Name me a white boy. Chris Mullin will be fucking Kyle Korver. Chris Mullin will be Kyle Korver. Or Gordon Hayward. Do you see what I'm saying? Hall of Fame greats. You can compare them to basic role players. You don't want the most skilled player on your team. You want the best player. Right. Jamal Wilkes be you die. Yeah. Miss D. But neither could Kyle Korver. Gordon Hayward he wasn't slower than Mullin, but I compare him to Mullin. But that's who he be. Maybe if we lucky, he'd be Tyler Hero. Is Tyler Hero even gonna make an all-star team? Kid Gravity, thank you. A 2000s player like Ray Allen. Reggie Miller said he couldn't fuck with Ray Allen. As a player, they both had great shots. Ray could put the ball on the ground and dunk on you. No, Jamal Wilkes was an offensive player in that league. Yeah, he could be. Again, I've said it millions of times before. Reggie Miller, overrated. 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 I should time you out. What are you talking about, Billy Owens or Zach LaVine? Billy Owens was never good. Billy Owens was never good. What are you talking about? He was never good. Yes, he got the benefit of the 90s. Being a 6'7" shooting guard in a league where most of the shooting guards were 6'3" or white boys. The benefit of the 90s. Felix. So? And who were the Knicks? Patrick Ewing. And that was it. Overrated. I know he said that dumb shit, and I said he was stupid back then when he said it. Shut up, Blue Ball. Ben told him, I told him he said that shit back then. Nigga talk about, oh, the choke game. What did that mean? Nigga, the Knicks slander themselves. Fuck out of here. They haven't been a complete team since the 70s. This is literally the best Knicks team you've probably seen since fucking Walt Frazier. The hell out of here. Knicks slander. Talk about a team, Patrick Ewing and no one else. And then all they did was blame Pat. Why you ain't win the championship? Why you ain't give them no players? Roy Babineau. The choke game, he still lost that series. Right. Can Stacey Augmon play? Can Stacey Augmon, where is it room for Stacey Augmon? Sean Elliott was a great player from the 90s. Miss D on crack, but she was saying goofy shit the other day too. That's her opinion, and I let her go ahead with that. She named a bunch of niggas who ain't number one in nothing. Miss D just like oohs and ahs. And a bunch of failure. She like a lot of missed free throws, a whole bunch of old goofy. I'm not. Don't invalidate yourself like that. Kendall Gill, 13 points would help Patrick Ewing win. Fuck out of here. What the fuck are you smoking? Right. Dale Ellis was one of the best 3-point shooters. And Eddie Johnson. Y'all make me sick. Y'all wasn't watching nothing. Nigga say, Grant Hill. Yes, a lot of people was better than Grant Hill. Know why? He didn't make it through. Penny Hardaway. What about him? Nigga, you didn't even make it through the 90s. The fact that you got to name injury-prone niggas who never really lived up to exactly what we wanted them to be. I mean, we're naming guys who literally just ended their career was injury plagued and injury prone. Penny. Is he better than Tracy McGrady? No! And I don't like Tracy McGrady. Penny. Is he better than Vince Carter? No! Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell, the last legs of Larry Johnson, and that bullshit ass three that he hit led them to the finals. And then they did what again? Then they let Avery Johnson cook their ass. They let Avery Johnson and Vinny Del Negro fuck them up. That's who you talking about, Ron. Yep, Ron. Them same niggas that let Jaron Jackson Sr., Vinny Del Negro, and Eddie Johnson light them up. You're absolutely right. And Avery Johnson. I like KJ better than Kid. Yeah, not just because of Sprewell. Sprewell was good. He was on there too, but what you mean not because you're a damn lie. Sprewell ain't show up either in them finals. Mahari. Yep, they traded him the year before to Milwaukee. You got me. You got me. They didn't get lit up. He just got lit up by Jaron Jackson Sr. then. Yeah, that was a lot better. Willie Anderson. That But you just said that it wasn't because of Sprewell. See, there you go. Oh, it was Mario Ellie. That's right. Thank you. It was Mario Ellie. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. It was even worse. Thank you. It was old ass Mario Ellie. It was Jaron Jackson Sr., Mario Ellie, and Avery Johnson fucking Sprewell and Houston up. And yeah, Duncan and Dave was doing their thing. Canby was trying. But Marcus Camby was the best player on that team when the Knicks went to the finals that year. It was not Sprewell. It wasn't Houston. It was Marcus Camby. I almost forgot. Patrick Ewing got injured, and Marcus Camby had the greatest series of basketball he had ever had since UMass. That's right, Miss D. He did. That series, he wasn't shit. They put that defense on him, and he was not shit. Marcus Camby was dog as shit that it. If you think about it, that's how they ended up getting to the championship. Remember, they had got Camby, and that's what I kept calling the Camby man. Think about it. Every year for the last few years, motherfucking players is so skilled. They trying to think of a way to add more players to the All-Star team because it's too many subs. Man, wasn't nobody complaining about no snub back then. Matter of fact, they was wondering how some of the motherfuckers got in. The 90s was so good that old ass Larry Bird with a bad back was still starting on the All-Star team. God damn, David, that's a good one. Glenn Rice right now would be Buddy Hield. You're absolutely... That's fucked up, but you're right. Glenn Rice right now would be Buddy Hield. The 90s was so weak, 80s All-Stars was still making. Yes, Glenn is a beast, was a beast for his time. But if we talking about now, nah. Listen, the 90s was so weak, old 80s All-Stars was still making the All-Star team. Watch, 1990, Isaiah, who will be out of the league by the next year. Larry Bird, who will be out of the league by next year. Robert Parrish, who was 932 and still could play through the whole 90s. After playing through the whole 80s. Kevin McHale, who played through the whole 80s. Kevin McHale was still making the All-Star team with half a foot. His foot was still... Dominique was still making it. Reggie was new. Scotty was new. Rodman was new. '91 All-Star game. Hold on, I just did the East. Let me do the West. Fat Lever, who played the whole, played most of the 80s. Rolando Blackman played most of the 80s. These niggas was still making. AC Green made the All-Star team as a starter. I like Tom Chambers. He's Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen don't really make All-Star teams. Tom Chambers made like 3, and he made one in the 90s. What do you mean a lot of these shooting guards today can't make it to the finals? And Sprewell never made it back. So losing in the finals and choking is not a thing to brag about. What about Mark Price? He played in the 80s. He didn't play really in the 90s. Mark Price never really made it to the 90s. Hate to say, he wasn't. You gonna hear me name them all. You gonna hear me name the players. I'm starting at 1990. Now I'm at 1991. Charles Michael Patrick. Bernard King for the Washington Bullets. With 2 bad knees, he made it. Nah, Danny Ferry wouldn't be in today's NBA. Okay. Well, Devin Booker made it to the finals. What's your point? Is Latrell Sprewell better than Devin Booker? He made it to the finals. Bye, Rodney. Sit your ass, sit your ass down. That was just some goofy shit you was talking. Take you a rest for 5 minutes. Get you some more ammunition. You lost that one. Most these shooting y'all can't make it. Devin Booker made it. If that's the case, and he ain't worse than Sprewell. Nah, Luka ain't a shooting guard. Luka's a point guard. Kyrie was the shooting guard. He made it. Klay Thompson, the shooting guard. He made it. James Harden was shooting guard. He made it. That's the truth. Jamal Murray is not a point guard. You're right. He's a shooting guard. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I really will. I'll give you that. Because I really don't think he's a point guard. Bradley Beal didn't make it to the finals. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why you got to do goofy shit like that. Shooting guard. You got to play semantic games. But then even when you do that, you going to lose. See, shooting, I said shooting guard. Hey, y'all. Who won the finals this year? Who, oh my God. Hey, thank you, David. Who won the finals this year, y'all? Who's their shooting guard? The literal MVP of the finals. What the Celtics? Rodney, you lucky I'm being nice. Nigga, you should have got 24 hours. These shooting guards can't make it. Nigga, not only can they make it, they can win it. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Remember when OKC had that 3-1 lead on Golden State and their shooting guard scored like 30 points in one quarter? I just... What are you doing? What are you doing to yourself? Right. There's no Michael Jordan right now. I'll give you that. At shooting guard, there isn't. I'll give you that. It isn't a Jordan at shooting guard. That's because the league has moved to more power forwards, being able to handle the rock and shoot. A la Dirk Nowitzki. That's because they moved away from just, ball hogging two guards. It's more passing the rock. There is no team that's gonna have a ball hogging two guard. They moved away from that. The last time that shit actually worked was with Kobe, and he almost fucked it up. In the Celtics, if Ron Artest ain't save his bacon. The shooting guard. These shooting guards can't even make it to the finals. Suffering succotash. Hey, y'all. I'm getting ready to fry Rodney ass again. Hey, y'all. Who is Miami shooting guard? Who is Miami shooting guard? Because most of these shooting guards can't even get to the finals. Hey, Mahari, most of these shooting guards can't make it to the final. How many finals did Jimmy Butler make it to? Hold on. Help me out. Here I come, Keys. You better stop. Boy, bye. Most these shooting guards can't make it to the final. God damn. We just watched Jimmy Buckets carry nobody to the final. Nigga told me most of these shooting guards nowadays can't make the finals. Keith, who won the finals MVP this year?
Jalen Brown.
And he is the what?
He's small forward.
No, he's the shooting guard.
He's shooting guard?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because Tatum played the three.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your man Gilbert Arenas don't fuck with him. He said he shouldn't be ranked a 94 in 2K.
Who shouldn't be?
Jalen Brown. He said he the second nigga. He don't get the double team at all. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know that. Look, that's subjective. I can understand what he's saying. He don't. But Jason Tatum don't really get the double team because you can't. Think about it. You can't double nobody or Boston. If you do, anybody could score 40. Right. Yeah, so you can't go by that.
Because he said it made sense, but yeah, if you think about it,
Nobody is getting double for Boston. Boston is the only team in the league right now where everybody literally could give you 30 at any point in time. Bruh, think about it, Keith. Derek White was lighting niggas up when they try to double team.
Yeah, Derek White nice.
Yes. That's why I agree with Ant-Man. Yes, they are more skilled. When you think about it, the bums in the NBA now, some of them motherfuckers would have made all-star teams in the 90s. We know it. We know. I said, nigga, Mookie Blaylock made an all-star team, man, in the 90s. Yeah, bro, we gotta give it up. These youngins is skill. We gotta give it up. These motherfuckers shooting from half court like it ain't nothing. Nobody was doing that. In games, think about this shit. We done watched Steph and Dame play in the All-Star game. They take 2 steps past half court and shoot 3. And nobody complains.
I gotta call you when I'm finished. I'm talking to my man. I gotta say you gonna have to
Bet. Come on, y'all. That's what skill is. I love Magic. That nigga ain't crossing half court throwing them. Now, Magic would make one in the game, but those would be last second jumps. And again, that's an 80s. These shooting guards. God damn, you know what? Andrew Wiggins would have made an all-star team. I think so. Hold on, let's finish. Let's finish naming all-stars. So I'm at the 91 all-star game. Jordan, Barkley, Ewing, old-ass Bernard, and Dumas. Okay. Dominique Steele, Ricky Pierce. Hersey Hawkins. Kevin McHale again. Brad Doherty. Alvin Robertson. Robert Parrish again. Carl. Magic. This would be Magic's last one, I think. Chris Mullin. KJ. David. James Worthy. Clyde. Duckworth. Kevin Duckworth. Tom Chambers. Second in a row in the 90s. Terry Porter. Terry Porter. I liked Terry Porter could shoot. Terry Porter would never. Listen, if Mike Conley and Jamal Murray have never made all-star teams, that means Terry Porter would have never made a fucking all-star team. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I liked Alvin Robinson. He was a great defender. He would have never made no All-Star team. Ricky Pierce, old school set up 2-point shooter. Never would have made an All-Star team at any point in time in the 2000s. Over who? That don't matter. Again, what does that matter? What does that matter? Bye. Bye, Rodney. Rodney. Bye, Rodney. Because some of these niggas you name don't even matter. Bye, Rodney. We'll see you. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. Go watch the Colorado game. At first, y'all, his argument was, these two guards nowadays can't make it. Okay, but then when I started naming two guards that made it, damn, Manimal, you know what? I know you trying to be funny. Yes, he fucking would. Yeah, he would. If Robert Parrish can make it, Nas Reed would have made it. If Kevin Duckworth made it, if Kevin Duckworth made it, averaging 15 points, Nas Reed would have made it. 93. Oh no, this is Magic's last All-Star game. It's Magic, Drexler, Mullen, Malone, David Robinson. God damn. Jeff Hornacek. Is he making an All-Star team now? I told you Tim Hardaway probably would. Hakeem, Stockton, Word. Dan Marley's not making an All-Star team. Dikembe, I love you, would not probably have made it. Otis Thorpe, and I liked Otis Thorpe. He was a good power forward playing with motherfucker Hakeem. Otis Thorpe would never make a goddamn All-Star team. Then, of course, Michael, Isaiah, Barkley, Pippen, Ewing, Dennis Rodman, Dumas, Reggie Lewis. Rest in peace. Watch this, y'all. Here you go right here. Mark Price made it. Watch this, y'all. Michael Adams, the one-handed bandit, 5'10", shoot one-handed threes. Literally had one hand. Michael Adams made the All-Star team. That never would have happened. Kevin Willis made the All-Star team. Where's Manimal at? Manimal. Kevin Willis in 1992 made the All-Star team. Yes, Nas Reed could make the All-Star team. This might be a good discussion about it. Bro, I think this might be a good discussion about 90s guards who I think wasn't as great as they stayed. Still good, just not legendary. Right, right. They are good, they just ain't legendary. Like you said, this nigga named a whole bunch of shooting guards that was better than every damn shooting guard that ain't Michael Jordan. And they playing right now. Right. Michael Adams is Cameron Payne right now. Karl Malone, Barkley, Stockton, David Robinson, Drexler. Damn, Marley. Terry Porter made another one. Danny Manning. Sean Elliott. Larry Johnson, Shaq, Scotty, Isaiah, Michael Jordan. Larry Nance, Senior. Larry Nance Senior in '93 made the All-Star team. Pork chop, sideburns, and everything. The nigga was playing. The nigga dunked against Dr. J in the '77 dunk contest, and he made the All-Star team in 1993. And you gonna sit up here and tell me that the youngest nowadays ain't more skilled than that. 1994 All-Star team. B.J. Armstrong, Derek Coleman, Kenny Anderson, Mookie Blaylock, John Starks, Charles Oakley. I love you, Horace Grant. I love you, Horace Grant, so I'm going to leave you alone, but you wouldn't have made no All-Star team right now. Shit, your son, your nephew is better than both y'all, and he can't sniff an All-Star game. Starters: Hakeem, Mitch, Sean, Kemp, Clyde Drexler, Karl Malone. Stockton, Clifford Robinson. Yes, he would have been. Clifford Robinson, y'all. No matter how good a year he had, he's not making it. Right. He said Kenneth Fareed, Clifford Robinson. Well, Kenneth Fareed did make an All-Star game one year. The next year, Hakeem, Barkley, Kemp, Sprewell, Marley. Dan Marley? This is like the third All-Star team Dan Marley has made. Does Dan Marley make an All-Star team right now? Nope, exactly. And he wasn't a great passer. All right, the East Coast All-Stars. Penny, I'm okay. Scotty, I'm okay. Shaq, I'm okay. Reggie, I'm even okay. Grant Hill, I'm okay. Like I said, I didn't say Grant wasn't a good player. He isn't one of the players who wouldn't be skilled enough to play in the 2000s, obviously, because he still played there. I don't even do that to Larry Johnson because of the back injury, even though he wasn't shit in the 2000s. But Dana Barros, Vin Baker, and Tyrone Hill not making no goddamn All-Star team right now. And Tyrone Hill, Vin Baker, and Dana Barros made the All-Star team that year. 96. I'm going through the whole 90s. Penny, Shaq, Grant, Scotty, Jordan came back. Terrell Brandon. I like Terrell Brandon. Glenn Rice, we already said. Vin Baker. Juwan Howard. That ain't fair, though. I'm going to leave Juwan alone. Sean Elliott again. In 96, Tyrone Hill was an all-star with Terrell Brandon. They played together in Cleveland. Pippen, Jordan, Penny, Grant, Dikembe, Glenn Rice, Vin Baker, Christian Leitner, Terrell Brandon again. West, watch this. Peyton, Stockton, Hakeem, Malone and Kemp, Latrell, Mitch, Detlef Shrimp, Tom Gugliotta, Chris Gatling, and Eddie Jones. I liked Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones doesn't make an all-star team right now. And his game wasn't like he had good threes, he could play D. Showtime. Real quick. Nah. Sean Kemp is Blake Griffin. Now I can deal with that. I'm going to fuck you up though, Showtime. Terrell Brandon is not better than Mike Conley. Mike Conley never made an all-star team. Tell me I'm lying. Darren Williams was better than Terrell Brandon. Chris Paul was better. Bruh, he doesn't make an all-star team. Especially now. Mahmoud. I like Mahmoud. I really did like Mahmoud. I'm never going to call him. I don't know why you called him that redneck white man ass name. Let's show him the respect he deserves and call him by his name. Mahmoud, I can say Mahmoud's skill set would be fine for now. Mahmoud, I ain't say shit about Mahmoud. Mahmoud could dribble, pass, and shoot from damn near anywhere. I ain't mad at Mahmoud. Yeah, you won't get me saying Mahmoud ain't a beast. Curry. That's what I'm about to say. Because if we being honest, Mahmoud is his comparable player right now would be, like he just said, CJ McCollum or somebody like that. So, the 98 All-Star team, guys that I don't think would make an All-Star team now, Rick Smits, Jason Williams, rest in peace, Steve Smith, Antoine Walker was good, though. You know what? I'm going to take Antoine Walker off. I even told him, I said, Antoine Walker, to me, you are not a 90s player. You're a 2000s player. The reason you made the All-Star team in the 90s as a youngin' is because power forwards back then could not dribble and shoot and pass like you. You was bringing in that new game. I like Nick the Quick. He would never make an all-star team. Vin Baker wouldn't have made 2 all-star teams. Eddie Jones wouldn't have made 3 in a row. And Steve Smith is my guy. He wouldn't have made 2 in a row. Jason Williams never would have made it. It wasn't a 99 all-star game. Here go the beginning. Hey, now look. Now watch this. Here go 2000 all-stars. This is what I was saying. Kevin Garnett, Jason Kidd, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Shaq. These are 2000 players. Rashid, Chris Webber, John Stockton. Oh no, not John. Michael Finley. He wouldn't have made one. And I like Finn Dog. Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, Ray Allen. Somebody said Glenn Robinson. There you go. Jerry Stackhouse made it. I like Stack. It ain't really nothing against that. Stack right now would probably be though like the type of player he would. Stack would be a low budget Mikal Bridges right now. Dale Davis. He made an all-star team, man. I want to say the MASH made one in 2000s. You don't think so, Eva? Showtime, you don't think it would have made one? Look at the 2001 All-Star team. Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady. Now, this is where I get, see? Stephon Marbury, Glenn, Big Dog, Kobe, Kidd, Weber, Duncan, Garnett, Wallace, McDyess. Vlade Divac. Vlade Divac. I can't even laugh. Vlade Divac was one of the best passing centers of the 90s. Kobe, Duncan, Garnett, Weber, Stevie Franchise, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Elton Brand, and Stojakovic. Baron Davis, Jermaine O'Neal, Abdul Rahim, Paul Pierce, Tracy McGrady. Bro, their one-time All-Stars blow out the 90s one-time All-Star. Would you rather have Sharif Abdul Rahim or would you rather have Kevin Willis? I'm asking. Would you rather have Baron Davis or Michael Adams? Would you rather have Peja Stojakovic or Ricky Pierce? Would you rather have Steve Francis or Fat Lever? I don't know. I probably would want Fat Lever. Even though Francis could shoot better, score better, dribble better. But Fat Lever was triple-double, man. I respect Fat Lever's game. He was the triple-double man. But then again, all right, I probably take Fat Lever over him. I won't take, I already said Mookie Blaylock. I'm not Kenny Anderson or Steve Francis. Steve Francis. Kenny Anderson, and I'm a Kenny A guy. I used to love Kenny A at Georgia Tech. Kenny Anderson or Steve Francis? Steve Francis. Stephon Marbury or Fat Lever? Stephon. Y'all gotta stop. It's niggas we don't even talk about. That Vaseline eating motherfucker was more skilled than a lot of niggas in the 90s. We can't say shit to just make us feel good because we was stuck in. That's why I said today, you know what? Niggas my age who stuck in that shit in the past, y'all need to die off. All y'all niggas stuck in the past need to die off. For real. If you think the best you done ever seen is now, you need to die off. If the best basketball has ever been is what you already watched, you need to die off. Cause it's clear you've lived all the basketball life you need to live. You shouldn't even watch the game anymore, let alone talk to us about it. You need to die off. And let me now I'm about to go watch this Colorado game. I'm about to watch this Colorado game and root for Dion. I guess you niggas is gonna tell me. I guess you niggas about to tell me that I got a headache. You go stream the Kamala Harris interview. That's cool. I just unsubbed from Tariq today, y'all. I can't listen to that bullshit no more. I can't. I can't do it no more. Go on, touchdown. Yeah, I had to unsub from Tariq today. I can't do it no more. That's it. That's it for me. Because down to for me, niggas was getting beat off the dribble because they feet right, and because they elbowed the shit out you, they thought that was good defense. Yeah, I can't do it no more. I call that nigga Shield Cosby. Y'all man Tariq, that nigga name is Shield Cosby. Shield Smith. How you doing, Michael Jackson? You do a Michael Jackson is great jump. Everybody doing a Magic Johnson jump. Ain't gonna get me mad. You just a ballpark eater. Why would I be mad that you a ballpark eating dick rider? I'm not mad because you a dick rider. that's, that's your position. Matter of fact, I got something for you. Shit, I ain't mad. I got shit for you right here. Here you go. Here you go right here. I got something for you. I'm not mad at you. Look, listen here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you how much I care. Make sure you know. Here you go. Those I love you. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna make sure. Ain't gonna make me mad. And plus, actually, you didn't say nothing wrong. I'm just bullshit. You ain't say nothing wrong. Michael Jordan is great. Fuck, I look like saying he not great. Yeah, fuck, I look like saying Michael Jordan ain't great. Michael Jordan is great. A nigga can't say Michael Jordan was the greatest player of the 90s. But that's where it begins and ends. Yeah, Michael Jordan is great. I've always said that's the greatest player of the 90s. I've always said that. I will never dispute or contest that. But that's just about it. That's as far as I'm willing to go. The 90s. After the 90s, eh. I watched better basketball after he retired. For real, I think I watched better basketball after he retired. Basketball was kind of boring when he played. You could only watch either the Bulls. Nobody really wanted to watch the Knicks. Who wanted to watch Cleveland? The Lakers weren't a good team. San Antonio wasn't a good team. Houston was a good team, but they couldn't get through the West because of Seattle. You watch Seattle, but yeah, they made Michael Jordan the North Star. So yeah, I've never been one of them niggas to get out there and say Michael Jordan wasn't great. Nah, well, but he played in the weakest era of basketball. He played in the era where they had CBA players out that jump. Yeah, right, right, kicker. Golden State, yeah, I guess. Right. They were a cute team to watch, but you think about the only team that really had a stable roster with a stable coach all through the 90s, the Bulls. Nobody else roster was stable. Everybody roster was changing every 2 years. That's why I told people. I said, "With a Bulls, right there you go. Utah was the only other. That roster really wasn't stable. It was just Karl Malone and Stockton. You knew they always had them. Yeah, that's the truth. That's why they hang on to him. They didn't get to see him descend to a role player. But he quit twice. How many times that nigga quit? That nigga quit twice. The first time he quit, just like a bitch, just quit. I don't have love for the game anymore. Second time he quit, because he couldn't have his way, because he would have had to rebuild. Kobe had to rebuild without Shaq. That's why I give Kobe more respect than Michael Jordan. Kobe got off to a fast start with three rings, and all of that shit got broke up. And he had to rebuild from nothing back to something. He didn't leave and Scottie Pippen. He didn't leave and Shaq. Not a Showtime. That's true to Showtime. Look, it's either he quit like a bitch, or like you said, look, that's what he ain't quit. It was a secret suspension for gambling. Oh, so you mean the league was just looking out for him playing favoritism? Oh, ain't that what you say the league do for LeBron? They would have never done no shit like that for LeBron. If you heard LeBron ain't failed one piss test and you niggas swear he on steroids. The FBI couldn't find proof of LeBron being on steroids. I don't know. That's why I start talking politics and real shit, because a lot of y'all niggas Y'all carnivorous, man. A lot of y'all niggas is carnivores, meat eaters. A lot of you niggas is carnivores, meat eaters. Can't no, we can't have a real conversation if you sit there dick eating. Michael Jordan bleed, he shit, he burp and fart. Michael Jordan played 15 years, not 6. I just had a nigga tell me how getting to look. Y'all saw how Rodney told me getting to the playoffs. Getting to the finals and losing is a big deal. So then losing in the first round or never getting to the finals like Michael Jordan did 9 different times, that matters too, right? Or not even making the playoffs. But if I said, well, okay, well, based on that, then LeBron is greater than Michael Jordan. The times Michael Jordan couldn't even get there, Bron got there. Showtime, don't do that goofy shit. Erase that shit. He's not on anything. They covered it up. The Olympics drug test too. Did they cover it up? The FBI did an investigation on him. Why would they cover it up? Don't do that. Ain't no even if. Again, that's that goofy shit. They don't cover no shit up. The league covered it up. So they're just gonna let him run around on steroids by himself. Don't worry about it. The league has already. Thank you. There you go. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. That's the truth. Yeah, I agree with what you say right there. If they did cover it up, it's gonna be a white. Think about this. The minute he made a political statement against Donald Trump, a dirty piss test would have came. The minute he made a political statement about Donald Trump, a dirty piss test would have came up. Somebody was. Think about it, bro. The minute he said something about Donald Trump, and the league was kneeling. Oh, shit. You think the rest of them motherfucking owners, them white owners, wouldn't whistle blow? Shit. Deion Sanders got thrown under the bus by Stephen A. Smith. Fucked up. Watch who you friends with, Stephen A. Smith. I want to see that running back for Oklahoma State. I heard that nigga's off the chain. I gotta see that running back for Oklahoma State. I heard that nigga's a monster, y'all. Oh, he gonna get killed. You better throw that ball. There's some laundry on the ground. Shit, we play Florida at 3:30. Let's go Canes. Let's go Canes. Let's go Canes. Everybody's hooked on Canes. Let me stop. Yeah, y'all. But yeah, we'll chop it up about something else tomorrow. To all my family that I just blocked for the day, you was only timed out for a day. So you'll be back on the next live. It's just you was sit here popping that stupid shit that I ain't trying to listen to. You niggas just being emotional. Right. Nigga put some money on the cash app. You don't put no money on it. How the fuck you gonna recommend some food? Put some money on the cash app. I'll buy some. You buy it for me. Like I said, your ass been on this channel a long time. Ain't put nothing on the block. Coming in here with these lame ass jokes and shit. 62 million 1 year extension will keep it. God damn. $62.6 million deal. Go ahead, Steph. Right, man. I'm gonna get that shit out of here. You suggesting all that. You put some bread on it. How about that? LeBron cheated on his wife. It's gossiping like women. Man, let me get out of here, man. Let me watch the game, man. I'll holler at y'all the next time, man. Much love to y'all. LVZ. Don't be ballpark eaters. Keep the ballparks out your mouth.